60 Stunning Photos from History. Part 22. Seeing two Mickeys on a Parisian street in the early 1930s either elicited pure delight or sheer terror. A beach party in the 1970s. Punk rock girl London, 1979. A well-dressed young lady in the 1930s. Almost looks like it could have been taken yesterday. Because of the influenza epidemic, open-air police court being held in Portsmouth Square, San Francisco, 1919. Lucille Ball, once called the greatest pair of legs on Broadway, in a 1930s publicity still as a blonde. Friedrich Nietzsche in a mental hospital, 1899. Six-year-old Anne Frank holding a jumping rope next to her friend, San Letterman, on a pavement in Amsterdam, 1935. A piglet which is being treated by the TSA, People's Dispensary for Animals, in Ilford with a sun-ray lamp, to cure a skin ailment, 1938. Betty Brosmer, the most gorgeous body of 50s. An exotic dancer demonstrates that her underwear was too large to have exposed herself, after undercover police officers arrested her in Florida, 1983. Museum workers and archaeologists reassemble a dinosaur leg, 1916. Cyclists before the start of the Giro d'Italia, 1973. Sherry Britton, an American burlesque star of the 1930s and 1940s. Ballerinas dance on the roof of a skyscraper in New York, 1925. A police officer guards the entrance to a drugstore during a flood in Ontario, 1974. A cleaning lady at the Royal College of Surgeons of England tidies up human skulls, early 20th century. Big hair mania of the 1980s, when women took hairstyles to new heights. U.S. cavalry soldiers pose in front of a sequoia in Yosemite known as Grizzly Giant. In 1900, this tree still stands today. A prison dog is sent to prison for life for biting the governor's cat, 1924. Showgirl with a stuffed bird in a cage on her hindquarters at the Latin Quarter nightclub, New York, 1952. A family out for a ride in the UK. And clearly safety wasn't an issue back then, 1930. Two of Barnum and Bailey's most popular performers, circus giant George Anger and Pygmy Klitko, 1918. Rosalind Russell riding bicycle on the set of The Trouble with Angels, 1966. Maureen Murray, number 18, of Alexandria, Virginia won the local Princess Diana look-alike contest which took place in Washington, D.C., 1985. Polish world record athlete Stanislawa Wałęsiewicz. After her death, it was discovered that she was a man, although she had both male and female pairs of chromosomes. A man experiences irony as his car, laden with used tires, has a flat tire, Houston, Texas, 1966. Every man has a hobby, a quote from serial killer Edward Theodore Gain, pictured are gloves he made from human skin, 1946. An elephant is hoisted with pulleys off a ship and onto the dock below, 1923. Dogs waiting in line for a dose of cocaine during an experiment to study the effects of drugs on living organisms, Peru, 1950. A blind boy who lost his arms during the war learns to read the Braille alphabet with his lips, Rome, 1948. A sergeant and his service dog make a parachute jump, Vietnam, 1968. The first computer, 1946. A photographer taking a picture of New York City streets, 1925. A dangerous playground from the 1970s. Two widows gathered for Martin Luther King's funeral, April 1968. A farmer paints stripes on her cow to increase its visibility at night and prevent car accidents should it wander onto the road during blackout conditions, 1939. A streetcar conductor in Seattle not allowing passengers aboard without a mask during the Spanish flu pandemic, 1918. Advertisement for a weight loss product, USA, 1950s. Child labor strike in Philadelphia, 1902. Ivan Unger, a member of the Flying Black Gnats, and Gladys Roy are shown playing tennis on the wings of an airplane in flight, 1943. Children roll hoops in London's Hyde Park, 1920. The American baseball player Babe Ruth, center, wearing bow tie, poses with a crowd of young fans in New York City in 1922. Party for White and Black Children in 1958, racial segregation in U.S. schools was legally abolished, Virginia, 1958. A man sits on a stack of car tires, Los Angeles, 1929. Sharon Marie Tate, 1965. The Baby Run was a popular sporting event in New Jersey from 1946 to 1955. Native American chiefs in South Dakota, 1891. Fidel Castro slides down an icy slide on a rug, Moscow, January 1964. Lou Maserati, 1972. Sharon Tate photo taken by Sharak Hadami in the 1960s. Soldiers of the Mexican Revolution, 1911. A child after brain surgery, 1928. Scottish soldiers in Italy, 1944. The epitome of American beauty, Yvonne Craig, 1960s. Ostrich reads the newspaper of the caretaker, 1951. Brigitte Bardot in the film Jewelers of the Moonlight, 1958. A man after a lobotomy, removal of part of the frontal lobes or severing connections between parts of the brain, 1935. New York Military Academy cadet Donald Trump, 1964. Sharon Tate showing off some newly bought baby clothes, 1969. A view of a crowded ocean beach in San Francisco, California, circa 1922.